Hi, my name is Carl Marn and I'm the product manager of MetaShare. In this video, I will show you how easy it is to activate MetaShare. I will, however, start with a few slides. These are the prerequisites to activate MetaShare. The first prerequisite is that you have Microsoft Office 365. Here you find a link to our service description that shows all of MetaShare's supported Office 365 plans. The second prerequisite is that when you activate MetaShare, you need to be logged in with an Office 365 global admin account. If you don't have access to such an account, someone else with this permission must assist you in activating MetaShare. So how do we get started? First, you go to metashare.com. There you select pricing from the main menu, and on the pricing page, you click on either one of these buttons, get a free license or buy license. You will now be redirected to a page where you will have to fill in your contact details. Once you've submitted the form, an email will automatically be sent to you with a link to the MetaShare Activation page. Please note that this email might take a few minutes to send, so just have patience and sooner or later you will receive the email. When you click on the activation link available in the mail that was sent to you, you will get this page. Before proceeding with the MetaShare activation, I want to assure you that MetaShare does not do any changes to any of your existing sites in SharePoint. You can safely activate MetaShare and later deactivate it without any risk. The first thing to do is to approve that MetaShare is granted appropriate SharePoint permissions in order to perform tasks for the logged in user, such as upload documents, create documents, search for documents, and create workspaces. The permissions are granted by clicking on the Accept button. After clicking on the Accept button, MetaShare will be added as an Azure app in your Azure portal. I'll now switch to Azure portal to show you where it is listed. This is the Azure portal. Click on Azure Active Directory. In the left pane, click on Enterprise Applications. And here you will find MetaShare. So let us go back to the MetaShare activation. After approving the permissions, you will most likely get to this page if the MetaShare app has not yet gotten the appropriate permissions in Azure. If this is the case, you can try to click on the Try Again button after a few seconds. You'll now get to the MetaShare activation page, where on this first step, your Office 365 tenants information is listed, verifying that you're logged in with the right user account. On the bottom of the page, you can choose to add some sample data and terms, as well as sample columns and content types, actually available in both English and in Swedish. In this first demo, I will skip the information model, and once I'm done with the activation, I will show you a second activation where I decide to add a sample information model. When I now click on the Continue button, I'll get to a second section where I can directly click on Continue and Finalize button. You now have to log in again, and then be asked to give your end users access to MetaShare with the same permission consent that you earlier approved. You click on the Accept button. Your MetaShare has now been activated, but as your logged in session token is not aware that the activation process automatically assigns you two MetaShare roles, both Workspace Creator and MetaShare Administrator, you'll come to this page that indicates that there are no workspaces available and that you don't have appropriate permissions to create new ones. You just have to log out and log in again to get your new session token with the appropriate MetaShare roles. Now you can see that you can both create new workspaces with this function in the toolbar, and that you also have access to the MetaShare settings where you can administrate MetaShare. I will now show you what happens if you run the activation and choose to add MetaShare sample data. First, you must select the language for your sample data. In this activation, I select English and then click on the Continue button. If the account that you're logged in with does not have appropriate permissions in SharePoint's term store, you will get this notification. If that's the case, just click on the term store link, which will open a new browser tab where you can add yourself as one of the term store administrators. So this is the field for the term store administrators. I add my account here and click on Save. You can now close this tab and click on the Continue button again. This will lead you to the next step in the activation to manually publish a sample document content type. In this case, my logged in user has access to SharePoint's content type hub, and therefore I get to this page without any issue. If the account would not have had permissions, you would have gotten another access denied page. If that's the case, just click on the content type hub link that opens a new tab where you can add yourself as one of the site collection administrators in the content type hub. On this page, the only thing that you need to do is to click on the OK button, which will publish the sample document content type in SharePoint. You can just close this tab. And now, on the bottom of the screen, you can now click on the button Continue and Finalize, as I did in the previous activation. So these were extra steps needed if you want to add MetaShare's sample information model. I will now show you the sample data that was added to the term store. The sample terms are added to a term set group called MetaShare, where 3 term sets have been created: area, document type, and keyword. And each of these term sets have the terms that are included in this sample information model. Thank you for taking your time to see this video. Please take your time to look at some of the other MetaShare videos available on metashare.com. If you'd like to ask me anything regarding MetaShare, please do not hesitate to contact me. Here you find my contact details.